Hi yogis, namaste. It is Kate. Welcome to Yoga with me. I'm having some hair issues today, out of control. Anyway, what we're going to get in control today is some back issues, right? So many of us have some kind of a back issue, whether it's pain or just stiffness or soreness, whatever you're facing. I put together a series of 6 super simple exercises that you can do at home, like on the floor. You don't even need a mat, just some exercise and movement linked with breath work, and it's meant to help alleviate some of that back pain or fatigue or stiffness you may be feeling. So with that said, let's get started. As always, tune in, listen to your body, go at your own pace, and modify as need be. Let's go. Hi yogis. All right, here we go. We're going to start with cats and cows. We come into tabletop position. So on all fours, stacking the shoulders above the wrists, right? The hips above the knees, finding that nice square position. Let's start with the toes tucked, as long as it feels good for you. A little stretch through the arches of the feet. And before we get started through the cat-cows, find a neutral space with the pelvis, right? So make sure the pelvis isn't really dipping down or overextending. See if you can pull the belly button in and kind of find a nice, flat, neutral pelvis here. You might need to play around, it's okay. And again, use the hand to find that space. When you find the space, take a nice deep inhale. We lift the chest, we lift the gaze, we lift the tail. We come into our cow, and then as we exhale, we release the head, release the tail down to the earth, pull the belly button in and round through the spine. And then we inhale, coming back through that cow, just moving with the breath. Exhale, really press into the hands, open the shoulders, drop the head, drop the tail. Inhaling with that breath. And then exhale to round into the cat. Inhale. You can go with your own breath here. Exhale. Inhale. Lifting the chest, lifting the gaze. Exhale. Rounding through to that cat. Go ahead now and untuck the toes. Maybe give them a little break. And then inhale, 5 more. Lifting, opening the chest, belly to the earth. And then on that exhale, pressing the hands, dropping the head, dropping the tail. Round, inhale. And then exhale. Inhale. Exhaling. 2 more. Again, just moving at your own pace. If this pace is too slow or too quick, go ahead and find your own rhythm. Right? This is your practice. Moving in and out through the breath. Last one. Then come back to a neutral spine. Take a nice deep inhale. And on the exhale, bring the gaze over that right shoulder. Just taking a look for the hip. Inhale back through center. Exhale over to the left. Same thing, come back through center on the inhale. And we'll find our child's pose. So, rule of thumb, toes are together. Now knees can come nice and wide on the mat, or you can bring them close together. This is your choice. So I'm going to choose nice and wide today. The hands will help press the hips back, and we sink the hips towards the heels, and then we slowly let the chest melt down. So if the head comes to the earth, awesome. If not, go ahead and stack the hands. And if the hips don't come all the way down, that's okay too. If you want to use a blanket or a prop to support the hips, you're more than welcome to. And if the head does come down, you can let it melt all the way down. And we'll take 10 nice deep breaths here. The hands stay extended to keep nice and activated. If that's not feeling good for you today, you can always put a little bend in the elbow. Give a little release. If the head's on the earth, maybe a little rock side to side. And keep the breaths nice and deep. In through the nose, out through the nose. Lovely. When you're ready, we'll press back up into our tabletop position just for a moment. Sweet. Now from here, we start to press our body forward. We're going to come on to the belly. So however you'd like to make your way, you can shift the weight forward and lower down in a modified chaturanga. And you can just make your way onto your belly, move out the props. Lovely. And then the hands come underneath the shoulders. So super important. We ground the toes and we ground the pubic bones so we get a nice solid structure on the tail, right? So the legs are squeezing together. When you're ready, we take a nice deep inhale and we lift through the chest, right? So we're engaging the back side of the body. We're using the power of the core and the back. Hands are light, right? There's not a lot of weight into the hands, just a nice solid lift. Keep the gaze at the earth. On your next inhale, lift a little higher, and then release back down. Inhale, we lift back up. We'll pause for the few moments. Keep the breath moving, right? Keep the inhales and exhales coming even as we pause for the pose. On your next inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale, release down. Inhale, right back up. Gaze at the earth, neck nice and long, shoulders down, elbows hugging back. Next inhale, lift a little higher. And then exhale, release on down. Inhale, right back up, a nice little pause. We've got one more after this. Pressing the toes, pressing the pubic bone, breath fluid. Inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale to release. Last one, inhaling up. Breathing, allowing the back body. Nice deep inhale, lift a little higher. And exhale, release. Lovely. From here, we'll make our way back up to tabletop. Right, so just arriving as you're ready. Lovely. If you'd like to take a little movement here, you can, a little organic movement or another round or two of those cat-cows, go ahead. From here, we wrap the feet around, we come to sit on to the bum, so however you'd like to do that. And actually, we're going to come right on to the back. Now, if you'd like, you can take a blanket and have a little support for the head if you need it. And then just slowly lower yourself on to the back. So very, very simple here. We arrive on the back. Take the feet nice and wide. So if you're using a mat, to the edge of the mat. If not, to about 2 feet apart. And then from here, we just simply let the knees rock to the right, windshield vibrating, and then rock to the left, and to the right. And exhale to the left. Just working with the breath. We're going to do this 12 times. Try to not get caught in your curtains. simple. Moving with the breath. All right. So come back through center. All right. You're gonna make sure the back is nice and flat again. And then from here, we're just gonna wrap the hands around the right knee and give it a squeeze in. So a nice little pull. Flex the toes of that foot, the right foot back towards the body, and give it a pull. A nice gentle compression, knee coming towards the body. Lovely, and then release. And we've got the other side, so hands wrap around that left knee, toes flex back to the body, and just a nice gentle pull for about 3 seconds. And then release. Again, switch to the right side, just that gentle pull. Little compression into the hip area. Release. Left side. Awesome, you guys. Releasing that. Couple more rounds. Flexing the toe of the foot towards you. Releasing. Coming back through. Left side. Knee hugs in. Lovely. One more round. Awesome. There we go. Left side, last time. Beautiful. Then bring the knees back through center, both feet onto the earth. Next up, we have what we call pelvic tilt. So if you notice, there's a slight arch, right, into your back as you lie down flat. So the next exercise is really just getting rid of that arch momentarily. So we pull the belly down towards the earth, right? The back, the spine comes onto the floor, onto your mat. We pause, we breathe. Stay here for about 3 to 5 seconds, and then release. So I'm gonna put my arms up here so you can see my back. And so pressing the spine down, right? And you'll feel the tilt in the pelvis happen here. When we hold the spine towards the earth, it's a very slight movement. And then we release. And then again, pressing the spine down to the mat or the earth. And just notice what happens in the body, right? What happens in the pelvis when you do that, the subtle movement. Releasing, we've got 2 more. Pulling the spine down to the mat, tilting the pelvis. Holding it there. Releasing, make sure you're breathing, right? When we hold the pose, we don't hold the breath. Last time, pulling the spine down, flattening it out against the mat, against the earth, the floor, wherever you're lying. And then when you're ready, releasing that. Awesome, you guys, pelvic tilts. All right, so next exercise, we're going to do both knees at the same time. We did those single knee lifts. We're gonna come in and we'll pull both knees towards the body. So toes flex back towards you and just pull the knees so you get a slight compression in the hip creases, right? So pulling the knees towards the body, same thing. We're gonna hold for about 3 to 5 seconds. Lovely, and then release the feet wide on the mat and take a rock side to side, that windshield wiper. So combining 2 of the things we've already done. Coming back through center. Both knees come up and in, that squeeze and hold. Releasing, feet wide, and then that windshield wiper, right then left. Back through center. Feet and knees come up again. Breathing, right? The breath in and out of the nose, nice deep breaths. Releasing the feet wide, that windshield wiper motion. Back through, we've got 2 more. Pulling the knees. And releasing that windshield wiper. Awesome. Then pulling the knees in one more time, final one. Lovely. Feet wide. And then take those windshield wipers one last time. Right, so I've got myself a bolster here. If you don't have a bolster at home, no big deal. You can use a pillow or 2. Just stack them exactly how I'm stacking the bolster here. You can also bring the blanket down for the ankles. It's nice. You can also use the blocks here. We're going to come into Supta Baddha Konasana over, fancy word for bound angle, recline bound angle. We're going to come over the bolster as well. So if you need the blocks for the support of the legs, go ahead and do that. If not, you can scooch those out of the way. Again, if you don't have blocks, just use a blanket or something rolled up so you can have some support on the knees. We place the bolster or the pillow right at the sacrum, and then we start to roll over. So allowing yourself to settle in, open the heart. Hands come wide, palms flip up, and just let yourself settle. Right, opening up the chest a little bit. Be here for a few breaths. If you want the eyes to close down, you're more than welcome to. And just connect into the breath. Trying to release and relax the body. If it's the beginning of your day, maybe you take a moment to visualize the day. Set an intention for how you want to approach it. Or maybe if it's the end of the day, you spend a few moments reflecting, maybe highlighting some good things that happened, giving yourself some gratitude. Just a moment of contemplation. Breath in and out, in the nose, and out the nose. In those nice deep breaths. When you feel ready, we'll press our way up to a seated position so the knees can come together. You can roll over, get rid of that bolster. Yeah. Slowly make your way to one side, ground the hand, help press back up. Come to a comfortable seat if you want to sit on a bolster or a blanket or whatever you've got. Just go ahead. Let the eyes close down for just a moment. Connect back into your breath. Connect back into gratitude. Namaste, yogis.